Buongiorno, good morning everybody. Today is Tuesday, November 5th, 10:38 a.m. It's election day in the United States. Oh my God, I'm praying. Maybe I'll go to church and light a candle because it's a big one for us. Our country is on the verge of either going to fascism or maintaining our democracy. And I'm sorry if you disagree, you're just wrong. I've seen enough of the world, and I've seen what fascism does to countries, including here in Italy. So this is not something to play around with. All right, that was my political rant for this morning. So I'm on Lungomare here in Barletta, walking along the coast to Bari Vecchia. No, not Bari Vecchia. Barletta Vecchia, at Centro Storico. I'm not sure exactly. I think they call it Centro Storico here. And today I'm going to visit the castle. So in every little town here, including in Bari, there are these Swabian castles. I think they call it Svevo in Italian, Swabian. I don't know what a Swab is, a Swabian. I've never visited any of them because I just didn't feel like going inside. You know, if I'm on a day trip, you're trying to see the whole little town, find a place to eat, and then visit a castle. It just was not something to do. But I'm here for 2 days, 2 full days. So rather than do it yesterday, I put off the castle for today. It's a museum, and they feature the works of some local artist who was an impressionist, I guess he lived during the impressionist period. So we'll see what his work looks like, but I'm more interested in just visiting the inside of the castle. Let's see what a castle looks like. I don't know how much access I'll have to the rooms. And then I'm going to Bardulos for lunch, the restaurant that I went to on my first day here. When I travel, if I find a good place, especially if it's kind of iffy in terms of the other selections, I always go back to a sure thing rather than take a chance. And since this is my last day here, I definitely want to go back to Bardulos and try the vongole with spaghetti. See if I can get maybe a different appetizer, even though that codfish was just amazing. And I would be really happy with just some cod and a salad. I'm gonna take a rest here. So it's just a little bit more of a walk to the old town. So I'll see you at the castle. It wasn't a long walk. So here are the signs directing me to Centro Storico, Castello Svevo, the Cattedrale, Palazzo della Mara. I haven't visited any of the palazzo, so I wonder if I can visit a palazzo today. And the Cantina della Sfida I saw yesterday, Eraclio. I'm not sure what the Teatro de Crci is. Chiesa dei Greci, a Greek church, and Chiesa San Andrea. I think I did visit that. There's the cathedral straight in front of me. So, and there's another church right in front of the cathedral. All right, so entering the old town here. So what I thought was a church is actually the entrance to the old town. A little gate to pass through. There's an inscription up there, but it's kind of hard to read. Some coats of arms. So I wonder if this is something during the Crusades, maybe, that people who were off to kill, rape, and plunder in the Holy Land passed through on their way or on their return. Looks like there's some lights here, so it's lit up at night. And there's a sign ahead. I was going to say I lost sight of. Get on the sidewalk here. I lost sight of the campanile of the cathedral. Oh, there are a lot of flies here. I think the flies are from all the seafood in these places. All right, so I think I'm going over in that direction. I'm walking through a nice shaded little parklet here. Some old buildings over to my right. And it looks like the walls of the cathedral straight in front of me. And then the castle is right beyond the cathedral on the water. I was wrong, it wasn't the wall of the cathedral that I saw. It was the wall of the castle. And then here's a little explanation about Barletta e la Terra Santa, Barletta and the Holy Land. So with the advent of the Crusades, the towns along the coast of Puglia attracted interest of the main religious and military orders in assisting pilgrims bound for the Holy Land. That's one way of putting it. So here in Barletta, it was home to the Order of St. John, the Templars, and the Teutonic Knights, as well as other less known orders such as the Canons of the Temple of the Lord, the Order of St. Lazarus of Jerusalem, and above all the Knights of the Holy Sepulchre, to whom we owe the Basilica, the construction of the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre. And then apparently in the Basilica there are several relics that they brought back. One is a reliquary. I'm not really sure what a reliquary is, which is, I guess a reliquary is something that holds a relic, okay, which is believed to contain a piece of the true cross. Interesting. I'm skeptical. All right, so here's the castle, and the entrance is up here, right across from the cathedral. I just saw two tourists. Two. Count them, two. I wanted to read the sign. She just came up and took a picture of it. I thought, oh God, she's going to stand there and read the sign. But no, she just took a picture and left. So lots of cute little places here along this street, and then in the piazza outside of the church. I think I read somewhere that Barletta kind of has a nightlife scene, so maybe things are just closed during the day, especially during off season. They open up at night, or maybe it's more active during the summer since this is a beach town. I don't really know, but it's very quiet now. And I'm not complaining, I like it. So once again, there's the cathedral. With the old columns next to it. It's 11 o'clock. I can always tell when people are speaking dialect. There's a lot of shh in the dialects. I have no idea what they're saying, but it's definitely not Italian. All right, so here is the castle, the Swabian castle of Barletta. Well, that's weird, isn't it? Advertising. So here's a moat, and it's not actually a drawbridge, but a bridge, and the entrance. It looks very knightly. Questo castello aveva sede il comando del presidio militare che vede difendere le nostre case e la nostra gente. Oh wow. So here they defended the people against the Nazis in 1943. And that's what this wreath is for. And then here, 24th of May, 1915. All right. Let's check it out. I wonder if you even have to pay. I don't see any kind of ticket booth or anything. Could it be? Or are we going to run into some weird complication, like you can only go inside with your eyes open after 5? All right, so some old statues there. Here's the entrance. Ingresso, just the bookstore. Tagliatelle. The ticket price, I forget what the price was just for the castle, but they had a combo ticket for the castle and the Palazzo di Bari, which is somewhere, not here, connected to the cathedral. You could also pay another €3 to see the underground part, but this is enough for me. So, not sure what all this stuff is, but they look like a bunch of knights and priests. They hadn't quite figured out stone carving yet at this point in time. It's pre-Renaissance. noise that you hear is my water bottle with ice in it. But here I am in this castle all by myself. It's very heavy stone. And to be honest, it's not that interesting. I thought there was a museum and an exhibition here. Guess I got it wrong. All right, I don't know if I can go outside. He said I can go this floor and upstairs, but not downstairs. So is this possibly the way to the upstairs? Oops, I just opened that door and it didn't close. There are 3 other people here. Oh, one of them is, well, they might be working here actually. I think all of these people are working here. Got the whole place to myself. Let's see if I can go up here. This ticket is like an airplane ticket. All right, this looks interesting. So here I am at the castle of Barletta. That's the port there. There's the cathedral behind it. The departure point for all of the pilgrims and other assorted types who set off to the Holy Land for whatever reason. Resulting in many deaths. And there's nobody here but me. I like it. I wonder if I can go up here. Oh no, that's closed off. All right, let's walk around to the other side. And then there's another little, let's go this way. Another little pathway here. Probably for a view of the cathedral and the old city. So here I am at the front of the castle. There is the cathedral, and I guess this is where they would put the cannons to defend the castle from attack. I was just thinking, you know, what was life like back then? This is 800-900 years ago. No cell phones. No cell phones. Cameras, where there were no cameras. TV, airplanes, cars, all these modern things that we take for granted have only been around for not even 100 years. A lot of things. And this castle, 12th century maybe, is still just a dot in the history of humankind. Crazy. And then forget about just thinking about the universe and all that, but and then here, what are people doing? Fighting, killing each other, invading other countries, claiming land as their own. Often in the name of religion. I think it's better if I focus on food. It's less controversial. Although my fried long hots video was controversial. Did I say commercial? Controversial. For somebody, he didn't like the way I fried my peppers. Told me I made a rookie mistake. Let's just say if I get any negative comments, I appreciate it, but I'm going to delete it and block you. So there's that. Well, I'm just loving the fact that there's nobody here. And this just feels very heavy and historical and kind of just another time. But I like it. I like just kind of hanging out here and reflecting on the history of our crazy world. Right, so that was the Swabian castle. I don't know why that makes me laugh. Swabian. The Swabian castle of Barletta. And now I'm heading towards the Palazzo della Mara. I'm not sure what that is, and actually maybe this is the place that is now a museum that has impressionist art. I know I read it somewhere, I'm not crazy. All right, I don't want to walk upstairs, so I'm going to go this way. It's a very pleasant little park here outside of the castle. I heard some noisy birds, so I think there's some parrots here, like in Trani. People just hanging out in the sunshine. It's a beautiful, warm day. So it seems like a pleasant place to live. I'm gonna eavesdrop on these guys and listen to a little Barletta dialecto. Ma pure quelli che stanno a terra, stanno andando in giro, stanno a Ducato, Well, that didn't work. Okay. Okay, so I'm heading to Palazzo della Mara, which was a palace belonging to the Della Mara family. And that's where the impressionist paintings are. So I forget the artist's name already, but he was an Italian impressionist painter during the impressionist period who was well known in Paris. And his paintings are in the impressionist style with a hint of realism and an Italian perspective. So that should be interesting to see. It's supposed to be a beautiful building that also has gardens. And I'd probably have to pay extra to visit the gardens. And I don't really want to anyway. So I think from the balcony I'll be able to see the gardens. So walking through this archway here, through the cathedral into the old town. There are more people today than there were yesterday. So maybe Monday was just a quiet day here in Barletta. So I'm almost at the palazzo, and the cantina was open. This is the Cantina della Sfida. And it was free. So why not? And I guess that's showing somebody getting killed. It's interesting. At first I thought it smelled like beer, but it just kind of has an old, musty smell to it. Feels very heavy, kind of claustrophobic. Interesting. These old stone walls. This guy's watching soccer or something. Okay, let's go to the palazzo. Okay, so here is Palazzo della Marra. Not far from Bardulos. Just basically down the street from the cathedral. This cute little mail truck. It's not exactly what I was expecting. Looks interesting inside, and I wonder if they have a coffee shop. I would love to have a little coffee and a pastry right now. All right, let's see if my ticket works. I think it's funny when people use gestures when they're talking on the phone. I don't see anybody. Yeah, I'm inside. So this is what a palazzo looks like. Beautiful frescoes on the ceilings. Let's check out De Nittis. Giuseppe de Nittis. is Giuseppe de Nittis. I guess Leontine was his wife. I was just told not to go over there. I thought, wow, somebody's saying hello to me, but it was basically to just yell at me. Okay, and then here's his work. I don't know that I've ever seen Italian impressionists. Beautiful. So it's the Italian countryside. Not fully impressionist, but you can kind of see the mix of impressionism and realism. I forget who there was a French painter who did kind of like farmers and, really made them on a grand scale. Reminds me of him. I love this on this red wall. All right, I'm not going to show you all of them. If you want to see his work, come to Barletta. It's the eruption of Vesuvius. Come to Barletta and check it out. I'm here in this palazzo all by myself. All right, so that was an interesting exhibit. I really liked the way they had the galleries laid out. The walls were painted in really bright colors, red, purple, and really nice work. Giuseppe. Oh, there's more. So I just toured this second floor here. It's really beautiful. Again, I just thought this was interesting. So his wife, Leontine, who seems like she may have been French, married him when she was 63 years old, and she willed everything to the city of Barletta to distribute wherever, to museums abroad, with the exception of France, and then allowing the city of Barletta to keep what they wanted. So apparently there was some issue in France given the situation of the French Museum, I'm not exactly sure, but they probably rejected him. So she said, screw you, you're not getting. So this was a nice little find here in Barletta, Palazzo della Mara, and some really nice work by an Italian impressionist painter, Giuseppe, what's his name? Giuseppe de Nittis. Nobody's here. I see people down on the first floor just kind of taking pictures of the building. But come to Barletta, visit this beautiful little museum, find out about Giuseppe de Nittis. All right, so I'm gonna go wander a little bit more and then go eat lunch. I'm sweating because it is kind of warm in these galleries. So this is the back of Palazzo della Mara, and I did read about this, the balconies, and then here's the garden, but I guess it's not open to the public anymore. Would have been nice to visit those balconies and just look into the garden. So I came around to the back. There's an entrance here, a gate. And then here's the back of the palazzo, some old columns. And I guess the garden has seen better days. But pretty nice spot you got here with a view of il mare Adriatico. I want you to know I'm putting my life on the line here. There's a sign that says no pedestrians. All right, well, that was an interesting little visit. I usually don't do museums because they have my least favorite thing, crowds. This one was completely empty. There was one kind of security person who was just sitting on her phone. And then two other people came as I was leaving. So come check it out, Barletta. All right, so it is 12:45. There's Bardulos right there. Tables are out, but nothing's happening. So they have their menus out. They have these fixed menus, and I'm not sure because it says ×2. I don't know if this is only for 2 people. So for 30 euros per person. 5 antipasti, so 5 mixed antipastis, 1 primo. You choose, and then sorbet, coffee, digestive, water, wine, house wine, and the cover charge for 30 euros. Pretty good. For 35, you get the same thing except a second, and then for 40 euros, you can get same thing, primo and secondo. But I kind of have a feeling that it's for 2-person minimum. So I'm gonna go check it out. Unfortunately, they don't have what I wanted were the vongole, the spaghetti. They have ragu de cingale, pork ragu, maialino nero. I kind of think that is also, it might be like black, what is that? Boar, wild boar. Orecchiette. So I think I'm going to get a pasta with a ragu. So if I can get this menu fissi, I'm going to get the first one. Let's check it out. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to really talk because I'm inside and it's probably going to get a little busier. But this is the interior of Bardulos. Just in case it gets busy, I'll just kind of show you the food as it comes. I'm going to get the Barletta and Tagliatelle and whatever else. I think maybe just a coffee to finish, and then I'll talk about it when I get it outside again. I'm so hungry. 3 times. So I'm getting Barletta, appetizer, and a salad, and tagliatelle. My Barletta is here. It's on a bed of sun-dried tomato puree, I think, and then here's a salad. It's beautiful, gorgeous. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. So fresh. I'm full. So that was a really good lunch at Bardulos. There was one other person there. When he walked in, the whole room smelled like cigarettes. Oh my God, people smoke so much here. So it's 40 euros for a glass of wine, bottle of water, cover, Barletta, appetizer, and tagliatelle with pork ragu. I'm full. Very nice people, really nice little spot. So I would come to Barletta just to eat there. If you're in Barletta, it's not far from the Palazzo della Mara. So you can come to the palazzo, see some beautiful Italian impressionist art. Just kind of check out these charming little streets and then go to Bardulos for lunch. It's a short trip from Bari. If you catch a semi-local train, it's like 40 minutes. So I think it's definitely worth checking out Barletta. I had a great time here. I'm going back to Bari tonight, actually now this afternoon, because I decided there's no point in sleeping here and then waking up tomorrow and getting everything ready. I can go back to Bari, back to my home. The only thing I don't like about the Airbnb here is that I can't cook. It's just because I'm here for just 2 days. And also the kitchen's really small. So that's it. So that's my report from Barletta today. Had a great time. And let's see what next adventures await as we explore on the road with Appa's Kitchen. All right, see you next time. Bye.